Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Verena and I'm totally stoked that you're back here or maybe watching for the first time. I'm really excited. Today I bring another reading for you. It's first of all, it's a timeless reading. So whenever you find this reading, it's the right moment and one of the piles carries a message or a gift for you. Today's topic is, what do you need to know right now to move forward? And in the thumbnail, you saw all the three piles and also the crystals. Pile number one has had the quartz. Pile number two, the amethyst, and pile number three, the rose quartz. So you can choose either by pile, number, crystal, or intuition, whatever speaks to you, and just trust that there's something in there for you. So I'd say let's start. If you chose pile number one, just stay on. Otherwise, you will find the timestamps in the description box below, and you can just click on the pile you chose, and you will be automatically forwarded to your reading. So pile number one, you chose as I just mentioned, the quartz crystal. This is a beautiful crystal or piece of crystal I got from a friend of mine, Rebecca. She feels a little bit like a little sister. I lived with her in Regensburg. Yeah, beautiful spirit. So I believe it's from Slovakia. So yes, so you chose this crystal, and with that comes so I chose the soul healing cards today, and they're actually in German, but it doesn't matter. I mean, the picture in itself speaks. It's renewal. So it feels a little bit like after a maybe difficult phase of your life, you're entering sort of a renewal, a rebirth. You feel you're coming out of something, and you're raising your vibration. And this is a very guided process. Sometimes with this lotus, it reminds me, sometimes we have to, the lotus is a sort of, it grows in the mud, the roots are in the mud, in the dirt, and then it opens up the most precious and beautiful flower. So maybe it really was that you sort of had to walk through the mud to be able now to open up and see all this light around your base chakra. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's big. And there in the background, you can see between the angel wings, there's a big opening happening. So it might be also that there's a blessing waiting for you in some sort, with like that energy coming from above with the angel wings. It might also be that you're just coming out from a health issue, I'm hearing. And it's like, it feels like you're naked, like sort of really like newborn, and you're about to implement new health habits and stuff like that. So it's, what do you need to know right now to move forward? Okay, we'll keep the card here. Just take it, give it another, like, it's absolutely beautiful, stunning. And then we will take the tarot and get some additional guidance. All right, so I'm going to take the psychic. Is it the psychic one? I believe. Today. We'll see. And there's the chakras included as well. Maybe we get an info around your chakras. Okay, what does Pal need to know right now to move forward in this situation? So something I think is already coming to an end, or you might still be, because halfway she's still inside, so you might still be in a situation which feels stuck, but half of her body is like already outside, but you might not be able to see that yet. Okay, what does pile number one, Spirit? What does pile number one need to know right now to move forward? So bring your situation to mind. Take a deep breath. Maybe you can bring both of your hands to your heart and really focus on your situation and open up to a new way of seeing it. Ooh, okay, is this already? Yeah. What does pile number 1 need to know right now to move forward? 3 cards, please. Right now to move forward. Okay. So the first one which came out is the Chariot in traditional tarot, and here it's called Triumph. Okay, so it reminds me a little bit of the 6 of Wands. It's a victorious. So the overall message is sort of it's gonna be victorious. You're gonna come out of this. You're gonna move forward. You're gonna get like you. It's gonna feel like a triumph for you, even if you can't feel that right now. Okay, let me see the second card. Discontent and boredom. Yeah. I feel you still cannot see that it's move that I don't know, the light is a little bit tricky, that you're moving out from there. You still feel like, oh, I'm stuck in that situation. Oh, that's interesting. Like halfway, you know, like he's sort of halfway covered, but he doesn't see all the rainbow colors coming from behind, and she's halfway out. So I feel like you still are not able to see fully that there's already so much new things on the horizon. This guy has already left, but you are still sort of in your castle, like in your room, feeling locked, turning towards the darkness in a sense. Maybe I can figure out the light situation. Give me a moment. Let's see if this is a little bit. So you're still turning towards the sort of the boredom, the darkness, the discontent in a sense, and you're not seeing that you're already on the edge and halfway out. Okay, because halfway light, halfway darkness. Sorry for the light. It's very, very bright, but I also don't want to sit in the darkness. And the third card, I knew for you there's something about the chakras. That's why I chose this deck. And a chakra card came out, of course, the sacral chakra. So it could very well be that this situation is in regards to a relationship, that you're stuck after sort of coming out from a relationship or having troubles in a relationship. Or it can also, the sacral is also connected to our creativity, sexuality. Like it's the same energy. It's creativity, sexuality. It's the energy of creation, you know. So something wants to flow through, and it came out. It came out in the reversed way. So for you, you need to work, and it's interesting. You know, the light comes up here. You know, the sacral and the base. You need to work on your sacral chakra. You'll be like, how can I do that? So do things that set your creativity on fire, and that might be different for everyone. What you could do is, for example, dance. I see my vision board, and I have great stuff on there. So you could dance, you could paint, you could sing, you could go to the beach, you could go to a nice yoga class, you could write, for example, as well. What else do I have? You could get a nice, massage is not maybe. Yeah, I mean, you know, a touch also connects to our body, to our sense of pleasure. So whatever, go on a retreat, whatever brings that sort of energy into flow, that energy of creation, you know. The sacral chakra is connected to water, to the element of water. So maybe go to the beach or go to the local swimming pool or go to a river or to the lake and swim. That's what I did yesterday. I was like, okay, I want to go with that, you know, the flow of the water, like lying on the surface and sort of just allowing the body to be moved by the water, especially women are so connected to this element of water, you know, like we're connected to the cycle of the moon with our periods. So if energy cannot flow, if it's stagnant, it will get like, you know, like muddy. Like if you've ever blocked a little river and the water around where it cannot flow anymore, it gets like mud comes on the surface, it starts to stink. So energy wants to always be in movement. Emotions, energy in motion. So you want to move your body, you want to move yourself. And there's also, look at that. This is pretty incredible because here also the person on the horse, it's all about root chakra, solar plexus, and sacral. So for you at the moment, the more lower chakra, the base, is important to bring energy into that, because your physical body is your vessel, and you right now are a little bit too much stuck in the mind as well, as I can see here. God, I'm getting really warm now. My energy is flowing now. So, and this dude is on the horse. So you want to get into movement, because then your boredom, the light, wait again. Okay. Now nearly all curtains are closed. It's still, it's the back. Wait a minute. Yeah. It's not easy, but we're going to work with it. So you need to get your energy flowing. Go into the water, go dance, go paint, whatever you need to do, sing, whatever you need to do to get your energy flowing. It can be different. And that's something I want to say, you know, sometimes because we think we need the same routine to build us up. Trust, connect to your heart every day and ask, what do I need today to be my most vibrant self? Yeah, to be aligned with the highest version of myself. And that might be different every day. Today it might be you need to dance. Tomorrow it might be you need to sing. The third day you need to do a 1 hour meditation. But what I can say is movement is healing. We are energetic beings, meaning we are frequency. Even so we seem to be solid, we are basically a molecular structure, and atoms swinging very, very fast. So we seem to be solid, but we're not. And we have a vibration. And if this vibration is very low, all like what we feel is heaviness, sluggishness. You know, we seem to be stuck in a rut. I think that's the word. But as soon as we sort of swirl the energy, you know, it's like swirling a glass. You know, when you put some powder in a I don't know, we did that as children, like sort of lemon powder. We put it in a glass and we stir it, and it's sort of mixing with the water. But after a while, it sinks down to the bottom, and it's sort of not nice looking, you know. But if you stir it again, it sort of gets energy again. And it's like how the universe works. You need to stir up the energy. You need to be in movement to feel alive, basically. So what you need to know right now is you need to get your sense of it's renewal. You want to feel new. You want to get out of something that's not the boredom, that's not helping you any longer. And it could be very well like also a job that's not fulfilling you anymore, or a project. It's all about that creativity. It could be a project and maybe you're self-employed and you were following along something because you think that's going to be the thing which makes you successful. What will make you successful, sorry, is like, oh, we have a mosquito here. Is it? No, sorry, like a mosquito. What will make you successful is to follow your heart and your flow, and to trust that this is the guidance you need. And that's what I'm getting for you, actually. But do we need something else? I have sort of my yoga restorative cards with me for some reason. Maybe I'll. Do you need something else from here? No, I get no. And restorative is actually a very quiet practice still. But maybe after, sometimes we move around, but we move around aimlessly or with the wrong intention because our limiting beliefs basically make us move. So it's not aligned with our highest version, with our soul signature. So what I'm getting here is really asking your heart every day, what do I need to do right now? What does make me feel aligned with the highest version of myself, with my purpose? And then do this. And in the beginning of the day, this can be a lot of movement, creation, etc. But many times then in the evenings, we're like, oh, I should have done more, still not enough. And the inner critic comes. And then yoga, especially restorative or yin, is an amazing practice. I'm a teacher. I teach yin and restorative. Just a moment. It fell down. This is what you need. So I'll get. Okay, is this the right card? I get a no. Okay, I want to have another one. For pal number 1, which pose will help pal number 1 to unwind in the evenings after a day of creation, a day of purpose? What does pal? Okay, that's more aligned, I feel. So what came out is the wide-legged forward bend, Prasarita Padottanasana. It's the funny thing. Some of my friends in the training, they could all remember the Sanskrit names. Me, I couldn't. Like I know Adho Mukha Svanasana. That I don't even know if that's the right one. It's a downward facing dog, but all the other ones, it was like it went in here and it came out the other way. So it's wide-legged forward bend. So this is the card I'm going to show you. This can help you in the evenings to unwind. Yeah. To slow down, to calm down. And I wanna read you the benefits. It soothes the brain, which is a good one if we have thought a lot during the day, a lot of mental process, and the sympathetic nervous system. It reduces blood pressure. It tones the abdominal organs. It neutralizes stomach acid. It relieves lower back. It pain, I guess. It regulates menstrual flow and it reduces fatigue. Okay, and it's connected to the spleen and bladder meridian. And hold it for around 1 to 3 minutes. Yeah, get yourself a chair where you can rest your head on and your face, or it tends, it always relates or depends on how flexible you are. You can also just take a block. If your hamstrings are really flexible, you will fold over more easily. Then you can have your head resting on a block. Otherwise, this is already, even if you be like parallel to the floor, this is very, very good also for your shoulder, neck and shoulder girdle. So this is something which will benefit you to unwind in the evening. And just do this for a couple of minutes. Breathe deeply, connect to your breath. Imagine inhaling golden light, exhaling either also golden light or gray, whatever comes to mind. Trust your intuition and just imagine that all the energy of the day you don't need anymore. It's flowing out of your body and you're inhaling calm energy into your body, calming down, preparing your body for sleep, preparing your body for rest. Wow, that's beautiful. I think pile number one, that's it. So get into movement. You are on the verge of like birthing the new. Boredom will soon be over. You're gonna move very, very quickly, and it's gonna be crowned by success. Connect to your sacral. You know, it's like rebirth, and the sacral is also connected to birthing a project, birthing a child, birthing an idea, birthing a song, whatever it is. It wants to come out. You know, there's sort of a flower in here. So you're birthing out of this creative energy, something really, really new and beautiful. Wow, that was your reading, pile number one. Let me know how you liked it and if it resonated. I'd be super happy for a thumbs up or a subscription, and or let me know in the comments. And I'd say, or if you want to have a private reading because you like to know more in depth about the next chapter of your life, send me a message. Other than that, I'm wishing you a beautiful day. Thank you so much for being. Hi, pile number two. I'm so happy that you're here, first of all. You chose this beautiful amethyst crystal, which the amethyst is connected to our intuition, to the higher realms, to what's going on behind the veil, to trusting ourselves, divine guidance, high priestess energy. And with that came the card of positive Entwicklung. Development, sorry, because the card is in German. But look at that. What a beautiful opening, like a void, like a mandala with all these beautiful flowers. And what comes to mind? Oh, maybe I can find that now. Eckhart Tolle said something so beautiful about flowers in his book, Eckhart. Let me see if I can find it. Wait a minute. I found it, and I think I need to read it for you because it came to mind for a reason. So Eckhart Tolle says in his book, The New Earth, I believe, yeah, A New Earth, he says, seeing beauty in a flower could awaken humans, however briefly, to the beauty that is an essential part of their innermost being, their truest nature. The first recognition of beauty was one of the significant events in the evolution of human consciousness. The feelings of joy and love are intrinsically connected to that recognition. Without our fully realizing it, flowers would become for us an expression and form of that which is most high, most sacred, and ultimately formless within ourselves. Flowers, more fleeting, more ethereal, and more delicate than the plants out of which they emerged, would become like messengers from another realm, like a bridge between the world of physical forms and the formless. They not only had a scent that was delicate and pleasing to humans, but also brought a fragrance from a realm of spirit. Using the word enlightenment in a wider sense than the conventionally accepted one, we could look upon flowers as the enlightenment of plants. So I love these flowers on this card, and they are sort of a connection. So beauty is an expression of spirit in a sense, and not in a sense, it is an expression of spirit. And the question is, what do you need to know right now to move forward? So maybe you need to allow to see your own beauty, or to be more open for the beauty which already surrounds you. And whatever it is, it's a positive development. Let me see. Let's take the tarot. Which one? Do we need more cards here? Can I use this? Okay. We'll see. What does pile number 2 need to know right now to move forward? What is happening? What do they need to know right now to move forward? 3 cards. connect to your situation, pile number 2. You can imagine maybe like a flower in your heart opening, like all of these flowers have their petals fully open. So maybe imagine connecting to your heart space, and in your heart space there's like a flower, a rose, or whatever. Look at this again. Maybe one of these flowers speaks to you, and imagine them opening, this flower opening in your heart, while you close your eyes and you start breathing deeply. What do you need to know right now to move forward? Okay. What do you need to know right now to move forward in your life? Yes. This is so interesting. I love how all this, every time these 3 readings are mostly connected to each other. It's incredible. So the first card which came out is the Deception and Envy card. It's the 7 of Swords. So what I'm feeling, as I said to you, you shall recognize your own beauty. And when we recognize our own beauty, we can stop wearing masks. We can stop deceiving ourselves, deceiving others of our truest authenticity and nature. We can stop playing games. We can just be ourselves, out the truest expression of spirit, because we are all flowers as well. Everybody, we're like a flower in its unique expression, and this is what you're called to do, like unmask yourself, not pretending to be something you're not, and then you will be and then you'll be so surprised how people actually react and look at you in a different way and be like, wow, I never knew you are like that. I never knew you had that gift. I never knew. Because you most probably in the past, at some point, you felt like with your way of seeing things, or like it's since a little bit, I don't know if you saw Harry Potter. With this, it looks like the ears of Dobby, the elf or a troll. I don't know what he is. So you maybe felt like so different. You felt unlovable, not likable. And you thought like if you put up that masker and pretend to be a person who is like, I don't know, more brave, more this, more that, more, yeah, with the, like, I feel like you pretended to be sort of like a strong person who can take on leadership and stuff like that, and who always has the answer, but inside of you there's sort of like something really vulnerable, like a flower bud, and but you were hiding that to be able to flow with the other people, but it made you sad and sort of covered your heart as well. And it's time to be able to really move forward into, the next 2 cards were Triumph and Success and Triumph. I mean, and on the bottom of the deck is Victory and Success. I mean, you cannot make this up. And you have double 7, and 7 is the number of the spiritual seeker. So if you are different, or if you have something you want to do which is in regards to spirituality, like me, for example, doing a tarot channel, or I don't know, offer Reiki, do whatever there. Like last time I saw a tarot reader who reads flowers in the beginning. So she's channeling through looking at the flower. So whatever, like nowadays you can do anything. Look into YouTube, open social media. People do the craziest things. I saw a girl the other day. I think she has 1.5 million followers. And what she's doing, she's eating sweets all the time on video, on camera. Then telling people how the sweets taste. Then she's talking to her. She has some like children have teddy bears and stuff like that. Like she has stuff like that, and she's talking to them. And there are 1.5 million followers for something like that. I'm sorry to say. I mean, it has not a really deep value for me, at least. For others, it might have. But so you're called to really show your most authentic self. You are made by God. You're sent, like your soul living a human experience. So connect to your heart and ask yourself, what do I really want? What does really bring value to my life and the life of others? Um, and move forward with that and show yourself. And I don't know, like there's this story which I was told as a child in kindergarten. It's about flowers. So maybe you want to work with flowers. I don't know. And it's like, how is this? So the son is asking about, it's like, who is the most beautiful flower or something like that. And they're all starting to fight, like all the flowers in the garden. I'm like, it's me. The rose is like, oh my God, can you not see it's me? Then the tulip is like, no, I'm more beautiful. And then I don't know how, daffodil, like there's so many different flowers and they're all starting to argue about who is the most beautiful one. And except the daisy. The daisy's very quiet, in the corner. It's like thinking she's not the most beautiful one, and she's just keeping quiet, sort of the underdog, the garden flower underdog. And then the son is looking to all of them, listening, hearing like from everybody. And then she's looking over to the daisy, being quiet in the back of all of them. And then she's looking to the daisy and she said, actually, I think you're so, so beautiful. I think you are the most beautiful flower in the garden. And then what happens is the daisy is turning, like she's blushing because she's so like, oh, you think I'm the most beautiful flower in this garden? And she's blushing because the son thinks actually she is. And that's why the daisies have these pink spots on the outside of their petals. And I thought, like, this story just stuck to me since in kindergarten. And show yourself. Even if you start to blush, show yourself, come out of the ground, you're hiding underneath. You are sort of, you're an underdog, but you're actually not. If you can show yourself with all of your spiritual gifts I'm getting here with this 777, you get, like, you'll be successful. People wanna, and they have the same face. These dudes, can you see this? They have the same facial expression. It's like the same, I don't know if you can see this. They're like the same person. So as soon as he's starting to let go of his masker, he rediscovers, and this card came actually in pile number 1. So if you're drawn to pile number 1, please check it out. So he rediscovers who he really is. He's like sort of remembering, and then he's like, nothing's gonna stop me now. And he's going for it. And what is waiting for him is victory and success. And this is what you need to know to move forward. Unmask yourself. Come out of the spiritual closet or of any closet and be yourself. And you might attract some beautiful spiritual unions, some beautiful people into your life through that. Because then they can recognize your energy, and it's like coming together in union with that sleeve, like showing your truest nature. Isn't that amazing? I love that for you. Like, how amazing. From these flowers, we came to your authentic self, showing who you are, coming out of the closet, expecting the most triumphant success in whichever way. And I'm looking to my beautiful butterfly. Can you see her? I found her once when a friend of mine was in despair. We sat outside of a coffee shop, and he was like, this like sort of God and all the stuff, I don't believe in it, and etc. etc. And I'm like, You cannot say that. I said, you need to believe that there's something higher guiding you no matter what. And I don't know, like with this, I sort of really raised my arm. I'm like, you need to believe in that. And in that moment, something dropped, and we were like, because we're set under sort of a small roof. So something fell down, and I'm like, what fell down? And it was this butterfly, exactly like that. Can you imagine? Like it was already, it died, but it was perfectly kept like this. And obviously I felt this is a sign, so I took it, and it's sort of with this green color, it's connecting to the heart chakra. So you're in a big transformation. Here we have the green, and it looks a little bit like a butterfly. Look at his masker. You're in a big transformation, pile number 2, and you're called to move forward, knowing that you are loved, showing who you really are. I'm excited. Please, 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 please trust that you are loved as you are, and more people will be attracted to you once you really come out of the closet. And yeah, thank you so much for being able to read for you. If you liked it, hit the like and the subscribe button so you never miss a reading. If you want to get some deeper insights, you can book also a private reading, a one-on-one. Just send me a message. Other than that, thank you so much for being here, and have a beautiful day. I see you soon. Pile number 3, welcome back to my channel. You chose this beautiful rose quartz crystal. Rose quartz crystals, or rose quartz, is connected to the heart, connected to unconditional love, to compassion. And so maybe there's something you need at the moment. And with this, the card of flow came to you. Look, there's 2 faces, a man and a woman looking towards each other. And what I'm feeling here, and beautiful flowers, something is needing to be let go of, and allowing the flow to come back, trusting that whatever is happening is serving both of them on their path. Very interesting picture. Allowing flow to come back into a connection, so it can also flourish again. See the plants on the side? They need the water to flow, to be nourished, and to grow and to bloom. And it's the same what we need in relationships. So let's see what pile number 3 needs to know right now. So maybe you need to let go, to come into a state of surrender. Maybe you're holding on to something too tightly, so it cannot basically flow into a new state of being, because we're energetic beings. Our energy needs to flow, needs to be able to move. If we are holding on to something too tightly because we are scared of maybe losing something, or scared of change, scared of losing control, we actually limit the creation, limit creation. And so something needs, like, it will die after a while. It can't, like, if you hold something too tight and you not let it move again, it'll die. So you are really called to loosen. Ooh. Interesting. On the bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Cups, fulfillment of wishes, and with water flowing, and with plants, a flower. So if you can, if you can allow whatever that is to flow again, it can blossom again. It can fulfill wishes. A wish will be granted. So what do you need to know right now, pile number 3, to move forward? It's all about movement. Oh, it's interesting. All the 3 cards were a little bit sort of about movements. Anyway, so pile number 3, connect connecting to that, what you have in mind, bring it to the heart, bring your hands onto your heart, take a deep breath into your heart, and then we connect. What do you need? The collective of pile number 3. What do they need to know right now to move forward? Oh, there's 2 turned around. What do they need to know right now? Yes, to move forward. Ooh, there's a new beginning on the bottom of the deck. Okay, let's see. Ooh, see, there's 2 people involved again. There's something new. So this is the first card. Prosperity begins. 2 people with peaches, no apples. So something is growing or something is starting, but for that we need to have the flow of energy. Oh, the second one is the foundation and achievements. The 4 of Wands, actually. So I feel for you, it could be really much talking about a relationship. So I feel like something with the leaves on this card floating off. I feel something old from this relationship is moving. Like it might be an old dynamic between the 2 of you, a limiting belief which kept you in a state, or like some karmic stuff is now about to move, and you were mirroring that to each other with these 2 faces in the water. The water always reflects back the mirror image of ourselves. So you had sort of the same stuff going on, and it might have, oh yeah, mental conflict, 2 of Swords. It might kept you in a state where you couldn't make a decision. It's the 2 of Swords, and you were sort of mentally oh, it's all about an image you held of yourself. Look, he is having himself in his mind. So here's an image of himself in his mind, but in a different color. So what I'm getting from this is he had a distorted image of himself in his mind, and that kept him from actually moving forward in this relationship because he couldn't see himself clearly. That's also meaning, as this is serving as a mirror reflection, he could see his partner, he couldn't see his partner clearly. So it kept them from basically moving forward, building something together, creating a foundation, moving the relationship into sort of a safer haven Hafen in German. But this is coming to an end now because you start to let things flow again. Maybe you connected more to your feminine energy. If you're interested, on my Instagram, there's a post about the Yoni Mudra. Whenever you feel stuck, especially as a woman, as we have a womb, please connect to the Yoni Mudra. Connect to your womb space, to the center of our creation. And I feel really all of the 3 piles are connected to each other. I spoke a little bit about that in pile number 1, or pile 2, pile number 1. Ooh, my ear is itchy. Ooh, sorry. Ooh, you're tired, and you start to listen. You get signs now. Your intuition is on point. You know, there's a new beginning. And there's a new beginning ahead in this connection, and it brings a lot of light. And we had a lot of light in pile number 1. So like it's wish fulfillment, as I said, it brings in light. This is the Sun card, one of the most favorable cards in the tarot. So allow, like how you can, like you will be like, how can I allow myself to flow more? It has to do with trust, trusting that situation will move forward, trusting yourself. And how can you establish trust in yourself has a lot to do with grounding, feeling safe within the body. So if you are a lot of times in your mental space, I invite you to do practices which bring you to the body, like doing yoga, doing shaking, doing dancing, even meditation, things which bring you more from your mind into your body, because this is where we need to feel safe in our body, basically, to feel safe with another person, to feel safe in our environment. Otherwise, we're so many times in our mind thinking the same thoughts again, thoughts of limitation, anxiety, worries, depression. So if you are tending to have thoughts which are depressive and stuff like that, worrisome, come into your body, come do practices which bring you into the body. Maybe painting. For me, it's painting mandalas. Like when I paint, I'm not thinking. So you want to find something where you are in flow, in the flow state. I think they call it in Buddhism flow state. Sort of where you are so in tune in the moment, so inside, in Zen, that you don't think about the future, you don't think about the past, because we only ever have this moment. And everything is present within this moment. All your joy, all your trauma, all everything. So we always have only now. And with these cards, you know, like number 1 is a new beginning, 0, like this is the Fool. There's something really new waiting for you. It's sort of a door opening. And you're called, like there's a door behind you, and you're called to walk. Oh, and stairs. I never saw the stairs. So she's walking downstairs. So maybe also what I'm getting is maybe finding out like hypnosis, about how to access the subconscious mind, because your limiting beliefs are always held in the subconscious mind. So you might want to explore a little bit your subconscious. You can rewire your subconscious mind in really, really different ways, and self-hypnosis, like listening to affirmations, especially before you go to bed, you know, like because there's a certain brainwave state, which is sort of the doorway to the subconscious mind. So whatever you do before you go to bed, listen to something which is sort of helping you to move forward, to rewire your brain, to help you shift to help you shift into something new, which is basically at the doorstep. This is beautiful. And I'm feeling called to, I didn't do for pile number 2, but for you, like I'm a yoga teacher as well. Different styles of yoga, Himalayan Kriya, Yin, restorative, Pranala, Hatha. So, and I have this beautiful cards, restorative yoga deck, and I want to pull a card for you. So in the evenings, before you sort of, if you have a lot of mental, like I'm very mental. Many of my planets are ruled by Mercury, which is, he loves to think, he loves to process everything mentally. So I need a lot of time and a lot of practice to come into my body, and restorative yoga is a beautiful practice for that. So I'm going to pull a yoga pose for you, which you can do in the evenings to unwind and to come into your body before you go to bed. And I invite you to switch off your phones in the evening. No, this one's not. So which pose does pile number 3 need to unwind? Which yoga pose? Ooh, yeah. That was a jumper. Oh, maybe you need to jump before you, or shake before you go into yoga in the evening, like move the body, jump up and down, shake your limbs out. Okay, so whatever you feel, there's a lot of energy we accumulate during the day, and once we do this and we breathe while we do that, we can imagine shaking it out of the body. Okay, so I'll do that on a regular basis, also with when I feel like there's emotions. Lily's like, I'm shaking, she's getting up. You know, you want to shake it out of your body. Like I always describe it like my mom always used to take the pillows from the couch, and she was like shaking them and like hitting them, and it's like I feel like sometimes like a couch pillow, it's like, oh, and then I need to shake again and feel like fresh, you know, like, and the pillows on the couch look like new after you shook them. So Or you take like this. This is the Balinese tool for cleaning. I love this one. I have it here because I'm going with it over my bed, and I sort of beat up the bed, the pillows, and I get out the old energy. It's like a broom. It's like a broom. So Balinese people love brooms, and I love brooms meanwhile as well. And maybe because I've been a witch in a past life, so I love to have a certain amount of brooms around me. Not for flying these days, but for cleaning. And the pose I chose for you, so you know now, supine twist. Oh, I love this one. It's a beautiful one. So I'm going to show you. Maybe you're already a yoga pro. You might already know. It's a beautiful one to just reset. I already feel it. Calm down. I'll do that later. I have my yoga pillows here. Make sure you have a small pillow under your head while you do it if you need. And just make yourself really comfortable. And I want to read you the benefits. It basically benefits the internal organs, and it releases tension in the upper back and the neck. Excuse me. When entering the pose, shift hips away from the direction of the twist to keep the vertical axis long. This pose is named after the lord of the fish, Matsyendra, who was a yogi and a student of the Hindu god Shiva. So benefits, it restores equilibrium in the nervous system, which is very, very important. Like the nervous system is a key to our well-being, really. If we are not having a regulated nervous system, things go wild in your life. So restores equilibrium in the nervous system, and it releases tension in the spine, massages, stretches, and tones internal organs. So it's a beautiful one. And just keep from, like, you have to shift sides, obviously, and stay in each side 1 to 5 minutes. And it supports the gallbladder and the lung meridian. Additional information for you. So, pile number 3, that was a beautiful reading. I'm excited. Please let me know. As I said, I feel it's a relationship stuff for you. Please, if you felt this is brought value to you, give me a like, hit the subscribe button so you never miss a reading. If you want, you can book a private reading. And I say thank you so much. Have a beautiful day, and I see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.